Houston, we have a problem. And the problem is subpar market research reports coming in from India. Hello, I'm John LaRosa, president of Market Data Enterprises, a market research firm that has been publishing studies about U.S. markets since 1979, almost 40 years. And I'm disturbed by a trend I see lately that is basically ruining the industry for U.S. publishers. The problem is a flood of titles coming out of India from Indian report publishers and resellers that are subpar in quality. I urge you to buy American and buy quality and not patronize these companies that are producing subpar research. It will hurt you and your company in the long run, and the prices aren't any cheaper. I've developed a list of 9 reasons why market research reports from India are not a good choice. Number 1, they're incomplete. They don't include all the major competitors in a market, or deep analysis, or market segments, or demand factors, or buyer demographics in many cases. A report may contain a lot of tables, but be very light on text and analysis. Number 2, these companies claim to be a jack of all trades and a master of none. They claim to cover a huge number of industries, sometimes hundreds of industries, and in many cases they turn out reports that are completely unrelated to what their focus seems to be. Example, some of these publishers cover a lot of high-tech sectors and manufacturing sectors and information technology, but yet they'll also have a report about the weight loss market. Now, why would a company that has a focus or specialty mostly in manufactured goods know anything about the weight loss market? They're just jumping on the bandwagon to cover as many possible sectors as they can. Number 3, they're not accurate. They use standard cookie-cutter formats that include topics like supply chains, imports and exports, manufacturing capacity, even when talking about service sectors, where this simply doesn't apply. It's irrelevant. There are no imports and exports related to the weight loss market, for example, or dating services, or janitorial services, or many other service sectors, fertility clinics, debt collection agencies. There's no imports and exports. There's no manufacturing capacity. So this shows that they just don't understand certain industries, especially service industries. Number 4, the price is not cheaper. These reports usually sell for $3,500 to $4,000, so you're not saving any money by buying from India. They're done by analysts not based in the U.S. Number 5, they're not done by analysts based in the U.S. They're based in India, and they don't understand the nuances of the U.S. market. Number 6, there's very little primary research done in these reports. They use mostly secondary sources and published sources, government and trade association sources, and don't do much in the way of phone interviews or mall intercepts for retail products, for example, or original research. So it's mostly information that's already out there on the internet or published in some form. They're not adding anything original to it. Number 7, they make you wait for customization. They say if you're not happy with the information that's in the report or it's incomplete, you can customize it. And they'll offer you 10% customization, for example. But you need the report now for a meeting coming up tomorrow or the next day, or meeting with your management or planning or forecasting. When you buy the report, you need the information now, not 2 weeks from now. You can't wait for customization. Number 8, there's the language obstacle. If you have to speak to an analyst after you buy the report, it's pretty difficult to talk to people with a heavy Indian accent that you can't understand. Number 9, the lack of historical data. In many cases, they'll make a forecast, a 5-year forecast or 8-year forecast into the future based on only 2 or 3 years worth of revenue data or industry sales or shipments. You simply can't do that. It's not valid. You can't know what's going to happen to an industry 5 years from now based on only 2 or 3 years of data, which may be a period that's atypical for the industry. You have to go back 10, 15, 20 years in some cases to have any accurate sense of predicting where the industry is going. So these are at least 9 reasons why you should not buy market research reports and industry studies from publishers in India. I hope this educates the buyer a little more about the difference between good market research information and bad. And hopefully you'll make the choice to buy quality. You get what you pay for. In the case of Indian market research reports, a lot of times you don't even get what you pay for. So please, wise up and get quality information from U.S. publishers. Thank you.